And from a sales point of view, what does it mean potentially for some of Everton's sort of key personnel that we discussed, the likes of, say, Onana or Branthwaite? Are you confident actually now with Friedkin, if he is to take over, that there could be potentially some bumper contracts? Or is it actually still likely, Keith, you think there'll be sales this summer?
I still think there'll be sales this summer. I think that Onana is still one that I think will go. I do believe that there is interest from Arsenal, and I think that's something that could well materialise. I think he's exactly the type of player Arteta likes. And I've heard certainly that there is negotiations ongoing. Obviously, I think we'd all like to keep Branthwaite. I think the way that Jim Radcliffe and Man United have handled that negotiation has been very, very poor. And I'll be happy to talk about that later. But I think that the United situation, as I say, going in so low is just a ridiculous way to handle such a discussion about such a quality player. And to me, it's another black mark against Ratcliffe and his start just now. So that's very concerning for them. But as for Everton, I think the point is that we've got to just make sure that anything we do is managed with a long-term view and with the age of the squad at the core of it. That's going to be the key thing. And I think that's what Friedkin and his advisors, and I know he will be taking people that understand the club in there as part of his confidants and part of his strategy. So I expect to see a clear strategy coming forward, and he'll protect what needs to be protected, but he'll also sell those that have to be sold. And I think in the end, we'll come up with a better squad.
And if we look off field as well, Keith, we know there's a new Castor deal in store for the club, record-breaking £20 million per season. What is your thoughts on that news for the club?
Well, that's great. I mean, look, of course it's great news. I mean, it keeps Everton where it normally tends to be. In every graph about everything about Everton, we always end up about 7th or 8th or mid-table, normally in terms of these sort of things. And we've been punching below our weight in terms of the kit deals for a while. I think Castori recognised that with the new stadium, there's going to be a big increase in publicity around Everton. There's going to be some great visuals around the stadium, and Castori are very clever. I think they've chosen a very good time to get involved. I think it's smart marketing from their point of view, and I believe it's at least 20 million plus some add-ons, I think, as well. So if Everton can, advance up the table, start getting more prize money from different positions higher up, then I think we're going to be in a very good position, and we're going to see sponsorships again coming off the bump of this publicity from the new stadium. The new stadium effect. I think we're going to be back to where Everton should be, at least keeping up with the top 10 rather than falling behind continually.
And Keith, is there no concern though? We've seen sort of the disappointment in some of the fan bases with, say, Aston Villa or Newcastle with the Castor deal and how the kits actually sort of affected the players on pitch and how, say, heavy they were getting. Is that a worry for you at all, potentially?
Well, yeah, I did follow those cases, particularly at Villa. I noticed, the kit's getting heavy, the kit's ripping, and different issues as well. But I think Castor have learnt from that. I think pretty much that could have been a big disaster for them. Obviously, it was not great PR, but I do believe they're an agile company. I think they're quick enough to have learnt lessons. I don't think we'll see a repeat of that. I think they're also flexible and agile enough to be able to capitalise on opportunities like this. And I think so far the kits I've seen look fine. So overall, I think it's a good relationship. The two owners of Castor actually come from the Wirral, very close to me, and are local boys, and so they understand the importance of Everton in the Merseyside area. And so I think this will be a good partnership, and I hope it will go on and last more than this one particular contract.
You've just watched a segment from Football Insider's brand new podcast, The Inside Track, with me, Lewis Pearce, alongside the guests on the show. Thanks very much for tuning in. Please do give the video a like, comment your thoughts on the topic, and feel free to share on your social media pages. If you want to listen to the full podcast episode, click the link in the description below. Keep your eyes peeled for plenty more content and exclusives here on The Inside Track.